Got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night. We're back. Bro Talk, we're always on the mark. It's your main man, Jason, in the director's seat as usual. Welcome. Thank you for tuning back into us. The second half of 2022. We took a nice little summer break, but we are back and rejuvenated. And I'm going to kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter Stuckey here. Super excited to be here. So look, people have asked if we're going to talk about the Harry Styles situation and Florence Pugh and all that stuff. Guys, this show is Bro Talk Live, heavy on the bruh. So like you won't catch that here, but what you will catch is my drink of the night, which is a dragon fruit margarita. So every week I'm going to give you guys a different drink. Guys, look, I drink responsibly. I know there are some adults watching. Don't judge me, guys. This is all I'm drinking for tonight. Just this little bit right here. All right, guys.
That's cute. So you can get the recipe right somewhere, right?
The recipe is posted on my social media page and also the Bro Talk Live story. And every week we're going to drop that out for you guys.
So yeah, we're gonna get you guys drunk every week with us.
Here on Bro Talk. You get a little buzz, like enjoy the show responsibly. You know.
That's all right. There we go. Ty the God, what up?
Hey, I'm just seeing myself on camera for the first time. Get myself fixed up here.
You wasn't here for the
Hey, everybody. I don't know about rejuvenated, but we are back and very excited to be here today.
Okay, excellent. It's good to definitely have you guys all in. Thanks, everybody, for already hopping in the comments and letting know what you think about the show so far this season. Dex, they like your shirt. They didn't mention anything about mine, but I guess we'll go with yours. Maverick says it's last season's trend though, so you might have to do a little bit better.
We have to give a shout out to Will though. Will's not joining us today.
Well, I don't think we have to give a shout out to Will.
Okay, we're not.
I mean, he has something to say himself.
Hello, everybody. It's Bill the Brew, and we're live from the CPAC convention. Well, welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, Battlefield Edition. You've never seen a podcast as good as ours. We are back for another 6. You gotta be careful. They might get you. Oh, we've gotta go. We've gotta go. We've gotta go.
It's beautiful.
Yo, when he jumped, I spit my drink.
The boy's a fool. That boy is a fool. But yes, very happy that Bill was able to give us his greetings and greet you all and welcome you to Bro Talk. Everyone loves Bill. Shout out to Bill. He's actually currently he said wherever he's at. I'm not gonna tell you where he's at because I don't really know where he's at. But wherever he's at, you guys can do your little investigation. He says it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. So
and it's like 600 degrees over there too. So he's nice
on
and chocolate for you.
on average every single day. All right, guys. So we have a little new segment. You guys ready? Well, it's not a new segment. It's just rebrand.
Scoop, 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 scoop.
Oh yeah, nice little scoop. We got the scoop. We got the scoop, Dex.
Love it. I love it how that introduction is like 6 seconds long because anything longer than that, they pulling it down.
They pulling it down. You know it good. You know good and damn well they are pulling that thing on down.
Saying, I don't own the rights to this music.
No, we don't. Do we have to put that? I don't think we have to.
No, but I hate when people do that on Facebook. It drives me crazy.
So
like you showing your age when you do that.
I went off on somebody earlier today. It was yesterday, I think, about something similar to that. I was like, why are we still putting that in our messages on Facebook? We don't need to do that anymore. They're not gonna. I mean, we're talking about Facebook now, and watch they're going to pull it down. But I feel like we got our Twitter page back. If you haven't been following Bro Talk Live, you can follow us on Twitter at Bro Talk Live. So that's good. So we're moving, making some moves, we're doing the damn thing, doing the thug thizzle. All right, you guys ready for some politics? Well, let's talk about some politics for a second. We're going to do the top 5 moments in politics so far since we've left, right? Because we have to cover a lot of different things. Like, we've been gone for a very long time. Our fans have been stuck with us the whole time. We can't ask for anything, more than that. But we have some politics to talk about. First up, we're going to talk about what's happening at CNN. Have you been watching CNN a lot lately, Dexter?
All day. That's all I do. I watch CNN literally all day long.
Have you noticed the change?
No, and people were like, "Do you guys see what's happening at CNN?" I'm like, "No, I'm a little bored. It's like boring. It's not as exciting as it used to be." But I just thought because nothing was going on, like nothing's happening, so like there's no like fanfare, or whatever. I was just watching it just to watch it.
Well, apparently it's a little bit more than that. CNN is undergoing a change. They are trying to become more centrist, quote unquote, is what their new leadership is saying, and they're using this to gain more, popularity. They're actually banking on the fact that Trump might win in 2024, and they might win the midterms this year. So they're trying to. Some people are saying they're trying to shore up their succession planning. Don Lemon is actually one of the people who's kind of been affected by this change because he's one of the most outwardly liberal people on CNN. Newly liberal, by the way, because this wasn't the same Don Lemon.
Because remember, I forgot somebody had got killed. I forgot who it was, but there was like a protest, and I'll never forget Don Lemon he was in the streets, and he was like, "Oh, there's a strong smell of marijuana out here." They're protesting because somebody got killed, and he's like, "Are you guys smoking?" And it was like, "Are you that tone deaf?"
He's about to slide right back into that previous behavior to keep that job, though.
Yes, and then you know how they always say like when you're an anchor and stuff like that, you're not supposed to try to become the news. I'll never forget when Bishop Eddie Long, I don't know if he died or if the accusations had come out about him. But the accusation that came out about him, and then Don Lemon took that moment as the journalist to say like, I too was molested. And I think that's when he came out of the closet too, or something like that. And it was the most insane thing I had ever seen. Because I'm like, you just turned this whole thing into you. I've never cared for Don Lemon. You guys were doing like backflips and stuff like that for Don Lemon. I was just looking like less tweet.
I think you're doing a little much. So Dan Rathers was wondering, is it being noticed by the audience? And here's actually what specifically happened. New leadership has taken over back in April, and the new guy's name's Chris Light. He took over for Jeff Zucker, and he's saying that he doesn't want overtly liberal styles of reporting. The Guardian did this report in which they said that he is the leading shareholder for Warner Brothers Discovery, which also took over HBO Max. And it sounds like they're going to gut HBO Max, which sucks. But he says he's a libertarian, although he travels in right-wing Republican circles. He's held 32 shares of News Corp, which owns Fox News. He's on the board of directors at the Cato Institute, and he donated $250,000 to Donald Trump's inauguration. So it seems like there's a plot here for CNN to be driven, and he does like Fox News. He thinks that it's a good brand, and he likes the growth that it shows. And Fox News does make more money than CNN, so there is that. Smart or dumb for CNN to take this route?
Well, I feel like I may be more different than most people, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that some of this stuff, like, how I always argue with you, I'm like, some people just refuse to be critical of Joe Biden. Like, no matter what he does, no matter what he says, they're just pretending like it's not happening. So like, if they're going to be fair, then I think that's a good step.
Fox News does the same exact thing for Donald Trump. They refuse to be critical of him for any reason.
Exactly. So, thank you.
Why? The same coin, and now you're going to have what? Like, there's going to be all the same. Like, if he's pretending that Fox News is like journalistic and ethical and all this other stuff, then he's a goddamn fool.
Well, I think he feels like there needs to be some place. He's saying that there needs to be some place where Republicans and Democrats can come together, and it can be their favorite news station together.
All their viewers
we're past that.
MSNBC. That's all that's going to happen.
We're past over that. Yeah, it's way past that. Like, there's no way that MAGA Republicans are going to come over to CNN. But I digress. Story number four. Since we left in politics, is the monkeypox outbreak Have you guys contracted monkeypox yet?
You know what I'm saying? I was
No,
about to ask if
you
you got
monkeypox.
monkeypox. You're so inappropriate.
A lot of people have, though, across the United States. Here are the darker areas are where, you know, the most cases are. New York City getting lit up. Also, Georgia's getting lit up. LA is not far behind. Indiana, surprisingly, coming in, looks like 4th place there. I didn't expect Indiana to be a monkeypox.
So the question is, did you get monkeypox?
I did not. I've definitely dodged a bullet there. You know what I'm saying?
You.
Look at me. There was a report, though, of a death from a person with monkeypox. Apparently, he was very immunocompromised. But the Biden administration has decided to award a $20 million contract to expand the response. So they're working with a company, AmerisourceBergen, which sounds just evil, one of the largest drug distribution companies in the U.S., and they'll be able to provide more vaccines to more people. Apparently, this was a problem. 800,000 vials of Janos and 37,000 courses of TPOXX have been distributed already across the U.S. And they say 18,000 people already have monkeypox. So Biden's doing his best, seems like, or his administration is doing the best to curb whatever outbreak this might evolve into. We don't want this to be another pandemic, another COVID-19. So he's doing his best on that. Guys, how do you feel about the response so far and the seriousness that it seems like the discussion around monkeypox has, you know, initiated?
I've heard a lot about the monkeypox vaccine. It doesn't seem like people are complaining like they were before. So I'm assuming all is going well there. It's monkeypox. Don't get it.
Good luck. Number 4 story, Dex. Do you think it deserves to be number 4? It's a pretty big story.
Well, I feel like it was, and then it just kind of went away. Like monkeypox was a big thing, and then it just kind of like
I don't think it ever went away.
I feel like it went away. I feel like people. I still see people, you know, talking how they got vaccinated and the such.
Maybe that's your circles. Then I don't see anybody talking about that.
Maybe that's your circles.
People in my circle have monkeypox and not yours.
People in your circle talking about it. I don't see it. I don't see anybody talking about it. Like I said, I watch CNN
You're
all the
just
time.
blind to the issues because you only care about things that affect you.
Again, I think it's the type of people that we're associated with.
Number 3.
I only see specific people talking about monkeypox. I don't see everybody talking about monkeypox.
Are you about to go ahead and publicly demonize?
I'm just saying.
Go right ahead. Let's hear it.
I don't see it.
I mean, your thoughts are like.
You have to ask the probing questions, Ty. What type of people do you like? What are you saying, Dex?
Go, Jason.
I don't see it. All I'm saying is I don't see it. That's all I'm saying. Like,
moving on to the number 3 story since we went on break is the Trump raid at Mar-a-Lago. I'm surprised that it was only number 3. But yes, it was number 3. Search warrant. They investigated his house. They came up with a lot of documents. It was, you know, quite the story. Looks like we have 2 U.S. government documents with confidential classification markings, 15 with secret classifications, 7 with top secret classifications, and 69 government documents without classification markings. So Donald Trump had a lot of important stuff down in the bathroom of his hotel. It just sounds really insecure, but not secure at all. But he claims that this is all a witch hunt. It's all a hoax. This is the statement that we did not get a chance to talk about on Bro Talk Live, which was tremendous. I will start with the first sentence. These are dark times for our nation, as my beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. Nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before. After working and cooperating with the relevant government agencies, this unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate. You know, he did not write this. He probably wrote that first sentence. This is dark times. My favorite part, though, comes halfway down where he says, they even broke into my safe. Exclamation point.
Why are you
Donald Trump getting raided at the FBI? But that was not all that we heard from former President Trump. Of course, he had to take his stands at the rallies, and this is what he had to say about his experience.
On a phony pretext, getting permission from a highly political magistrate who they handpicked late in the evening, just days before the break-in, and trampled upon my rights and civil liberties as if our country that we love so much were a third world nation. We're like a third world nation. They rifled through the First Lady's closet drawers and everything else. And even did a deep and ugly search of the room of my 16-year-old son, leaving everything they touched in far different condition than it was when they started. Can you believe
Can you believe it? What did he say, Dex? What did he call it? The attack?
Yeah.
The break-in?
What did he say? The raid?
The break-in. I think it's the break-in.
Like, they're not gonna call you and tell you, "Hey, buddy, we're on our way." Like that's not how it goes down. You know what's wild about this whole thing, though? Like, he really does use like buzzwords and like dog whistles, because like he said they went through. Yeah, he said they went through the First Lady's closets and drawers, because you want people to kind of draw that comparison, like they're being perverts and stuff like that, going through her unmentionables. Like that's what you're trying to get people to believe, and that's not what happened. What sums this up to me, I saw somebody had said on Twitter when they showed the picture of like all the documents on his floor. They were like, if this was in your house, you would never see the light of day. So like with that being said, like you have to go to jail. Like it's like you didn't accidentally pick these items up and was like, oh, let me just take it. Like it literally says like top secrets, do not touch. Like don't go past go. And you just took him and just had him chilling in Mag-a-Largo. It's ridiculous.
I love the Time magazine cover on the side there. He's definitely keeping that when he made the cover of Time magazine. Ty, were you fascinated by the story as much as we were?
I mean, it was one of those stories where you're like, it's something that Donald Trump would do, and he's such a hypocrite because he like murdered Hillary Clinton for her emails, and it's like everything that he said about her during that time, you could literally replay and it go for him. But now he's such a victim, and the FBI is out of control, and he always plays this victim role so easy, and it's really weird that he identifies with people who kind of want to make him the victim of America, and it's really strange actually. Like in one instance, he's supposed to be this superhero, this Superman who's going to save America, and this next instance, he's like this like victim of America's injustice. It's really, really weird.
All right. Also, what's really, really weird is that number 2, President Biden's summer. Gas prices, they went up, then they went back down. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
But not quite down as much as they were before.
Russia.
They also went up during like travel season too. Like
exactly, like during the summer, right? When they always go up.
When they were up, like we needed them to be down. Now they're down when you have to go back to work and stuff. So thanks, Joe Biden.
He also planned. We reported before we left that he was planning to give $10,000 in student debt relief per borrower, and he has delivered on that. He has announced that you will get $10,000 of student loans knocked off if you file by December 31st of 2023. If you have a Pell Grant, you'll get up to $20,000. So this is as long as you make under $125,000 per person. We all know what I make, and we from a previous episode, and households have to make about $250,000. So yeah, congratulations, guys. Were you proud when Biden made this announcement, Dex?
Proud? No, I think it's great. Like, but to be honest with you, this announcement got like exhausting very fast. Like, great that he's doing it, but like, and it's not even him; it's everybody else. It's the people who've paid off their student loans, so like they don't think other people should have this, and then it's the people who make too much money, and it's just like you guys have like exhausted me with the student loan stuff. Joe, just send the money, let it be done and over with, because I hate Americans when they talk. I can't take it.
Ty, your president has decided to deliver on a campaign promise. Can you fault him for any of this? Did you want all of them gone?
I mean, I do think that he should prioritize forgiving more, if not all. Honestly, my honest opinion that nobody cares about is that instead of
We
outright
care.
forgiving loans, he really should focus on the ridiculous interest rates. I think that we could all agree that without the interest rates, most people could pay off their own student loans. I think that's
Right.
the real issue. So you blankly giving someone $10,000 or even $20,000 is going to help a lot of people, but it's not going to help enough people to get you over the hump. So honestly, he's smarter to work on the interest rates. I don't understand why they don't kind of focus on that.
Because that's not as sexy, Ty. Honestly, like if
But
there was
would
an announcement made, interest rates are now canceled. Like that is not going to make the news. No one's going.
That's not sexy, but it's going to give people the freedom they're actually looking for. Because I mean, without your interest rates, your student loans, most people's student loans are like another car note. You pay it for a
No,
couple
you're
years.
absolutely right. Yeah. You're absolutely right,
Like,
but I'm just saying it's not going to. He was never going to make the announcement that interest rates are going to be forgiven. Like that wasn't going to happen.
Also, it gets kind of crazy. I think
I'll
going
take
forward,
20K, but
I think going forward, it does make sense to kind of like focus on the interest because, like, with people who are in school now, like when they get out, like, yes, they have student loans, but like if they could possibly, because it's not like you could be like, oh, when you graduate this year, I'm going to get rid of your student loans too. But I think maybe if you do try to work on the interest, like that'll help people in the future because like there's really nothing you're going to do for us, but for everybody else, you got to do something.
I mean, I'm just thinking long term, like the system is broken. So it's like if you just blanketly forgive this money for some people who get the $20,000 or $10,000 off, if you owe $100,000 in student loans and you get $10,000 off, I don't think that's going to drag you to the polls. I just don't think that's going to do it. But if it's like, if you see what your monthly payments are going to be, in addition to some of the new rules that he added, and then you see that your interest rates are like way down or zero, I think that would get people feeling like he was working in their favor. And that would also satisfy the meat idiots who like, oh, I paid my $10,000 in student loans 50 years ago. That would satisfy them too.
All right, and the number one story that we missed, unfortunately, in politics was just the awful story of Roe v. Wade being overturned, women losing their rights. As much as we would like to forget that this happened, it definitely happened. They overturned the entire right to abortion federally. They'll push it down to the states, and each state will have its own opportunity to make the decision or whether or not they will allow abortions in their state. There have been a lot of back and forth. Biden has gone through and made an executive order saying that women, if it's an emergency, if it's life or death situation, you cannot stop an abortion from happening. So they have made that protection, but for a lot of people, they're still in a place where they didn't expect to be even less than a year ago. So that was definitely the biggest story, and the whole aftermath of that, the whole Supreme Court with Clarence Thomas and his wife Jeannie Thomas involved in all of this as well. So it was a captivating story that went all over June and July. Affected half of the country, more than half of the country, because there's more women in this country than men. So it affected a lot of people. So this story, unfortunately, was one that is the number one stories of the summer politically. Anybody have anything to say about that, or should we move to the updates?
I think we
real quick, I do hate that that's like a political thing, and it's like, and on one hand, this is an example of Trump and his base and his people getting delivered a big, albeit a ridiculous and insane thing. They delivered on what they said they were going to do in a mighty, mighty way, and it was a massive thing for them to do, and it's like almost like you have the audacity to do something like that. You're completely out of control. But like that's how much they don't care about what the other side thinks. They will do whatever their base is asking them to do. And I think that on some level we can learn from that. Number one, we have to get something, like we have to fix that. Like there's no way we can stand for that. But it's also an example of like they really will do anything their base says. You can learn something from that because that's going to get people to the polls.
I think it's the opposite. I think their base is willing to accept whatever they give them. Like this was one of those things, like they threw it out there and they said it and then they did it. And like I was kind of shocked to see how many people were like, this is a great thing. I'm so happy they did this. And like people that I know too, like I think that
but the polling doesn't say that though, Dex. Like when they're polled anonymously, 69% of the nation wants abortion, to be a federal mandate.
Well, when they announced and they were showing the people or whatever, and then granted, like the people they were showing, that doesn't represent everyone, but there was
a minority of people who agree with this.
Yeah, there was a large group of women too. There was a large group of women.
Small minority though, and that they don't even care that it's a small minority of people who want this. Like if people were to vote on this, it would lose massively.
But
that's what I'm saying. I think they just accept they accept what they're given. Like whatever it is that Donald Trump and the Republicans do, like they're going to just be okay with it. Like
that is a good point. I mean, they like Princess Jones in the comments said, it is a cult. It's like a cult at this point. It's cult-like, like, because that's what it is. Like at the end of the day, like they're going to do whatever the party line says to do. And the same thing with the people in the party. Like they're going to toe the party line. If Kevin McCarthy calls them and says, "Hey, Trump wants us to do this," that's exactly what they're going to do. Everybody, including Ron DeSantis. So it doesn't really matter, what their feelings are about a certain thing. It's about winning. Like it's all about controlling and power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the best way they can do that is by going to the extremes of people's emotions. And that's all that it is. Democrats aren't willing to go to the extremes of people's emotions. They're willing to appeal to people's sensibilities, and that doesn't necessarily always work in their favor because people are moved by emotion, not by sensibilities.
I agree.
Okay, wisdom. We'll leave that alone.
I know. What is this, Wisdom Tuesday?
You like that? You like that? I mean, I didn't want to go off, but I'm not trying to editorialize, but it is what it is. Time for the update.
If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff.
Alrighty, guys. So we had top 5 for the politics. We're gonna have top 5 for the stupid stuff.
How do you narrow it down?
How do you narrow it down? So when we last left you guys, this is what Monique was doing.
That black men start attacking black women. What kind of real nigga is that? That's a bitch nigga. That's a bitch nigga. What kind of real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman? A bitch nigga. I feel sorry for D.L. Hughley's family. I feel sorry for his motherfucking wife. Because how do you suck the dick of a coward? I tried to play fair, bitch. I tried to play fair, nigga. I tried to play fair. We was on the countdown, nigga. 10, 9, 8.
This is like a millennium ago. It was just a few months ago.
She was going and drinking at that moment.
Absolutely. But since then, Monique has settled her lawsuit with Netflix. Believe it or not, Monique is back. She settled with the discrimination and retaliation lawsuit that she had with Netflix for an undisclosed sum of money. And now she's going to be back on camera. Here's what she had to say.
Can y'all believe this shit? Can y'all believe this shit? I done came on home to Netflix. Hey, y'all, it's your girl Monique. And I'm so excited to share that I'll be shooting my first Netflix comedy special. Oh, and in case you didn't hear, I'm also reuniting with my friend, my brother, director Mr. Lee Daniels on the Netflix film, The Deliverance. You won't want to miss either of them, so y'all stay tuned. And thank y'all, my sweet babies. I love us for real.
Dex, will you be watching?
It's really cool the way ice, like water, and it freezes into like a shape, and it becomes ice. It's really cool.
Ty, will you be watching?
Dex, what did you say about the ice?
Like ice, it just freezes.
Y'all not gonna watch it? Y'all not gonna support Monique after y'all done boycotted Netflix for her? Y'all not gonna come back?
I kind of like it if you put just the right amount of
She didn't say cancel your subscription. She said boycott.
Like,
that doesn't mean you never go back.
doesn't water it down too much.
No, yeah, it just I'm telling you, ice is ice in
Look,
water.
when Rosa Parks boycotted on the buses, y'all didn't stop riding buses.
You know
We
what
still
I've been
rode
meaning
buses.
to do though, Dex?
So you got to go back. At
I
some
was at
point, you got to go
Chick-fil-A,
back.
and I was like, I really need to get this bag
Got
of
to
ice
get the ice from
from
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
You
So
have
I
to
bought
do
this
that.
other ice, and it wasn't. I was like, oh, you know what? I think Chick-fil-A's ice would
so
probably
childish.
be so much better than this.
Like 100 times better.
I just like,
That's so
I'm definitely going to try it.
Yeah, good job.
All right,
Which
moving
say,
on.
Jason? I'm sorry.
Capitol Records has pulled the plug on a racist AI rapper named Effin Mika after barely a week. So this guy, this rapper, they said I'm by myself. This rapper, which is basically an avatar, an Xbox creation, was created by a white man and an Asian man, both execs at Columbia Records. And they created this little thing, and he does like the blackest stuff. He holds up gold records with half a head shaved and then dreads on the other half. He does beatboxing, and he actually is voiced by an actual black rapper. His name is Effin Mika. They canceled him or they didn't cancel him. They got rid of his. They signed him to a contract, and then they reneged on the contract because of this photo that outraged millions of people on Twitter, seems like, with a cop beating Effin Mika, because they're saying like, look, now you're saying an avatar rapper can experience the life of a black person, and you guys are just selling it for hits and streams and everything else. So this wasn't, like I said, an actual creation from a black man. This is one white executive and one Asian executive creating Effin Mika and getting a black person to voice it. We talked about it on my radio show, Culture Check. Oh, sorry, someone's calling me. Like, girl, what are we doing? It's bro talk. What are we doing? We talked about it on my show, radio show, Culture Check, and I talked about it with Jaylani Turner Williams, and this is what she had to say about the dangers of doing such a thing.
Because I did hear some commentary about this possibly could be used for people who are disabled or who have disorders, where like Summer Walker, where they don't like to be around a lot of people and they get shy, stage fright, and stuff like that. Do you think this is a case of a good idea in the hands of the wrong people, or is it just going to be a struggle for a while for people to embrace like the meshing of both virtual and physical worlds?
That's a really good question. I also didn't hear that commentary about people like Summer Walker, but that would make sense. You do have some artists who, not saying that she has stage fright, but she's talked about her anxiety being on stage, and
right.
She's getting used to that. That's a good question. I think, first of all, that we need to be conscious of, designing these characters with the likeness of a certain ethnicity. Okay. So it looks, when you see little Michaela, I think she kind of expresses herself as like a Latina woman, but also she is fictional. So you're talking about someone who's representing this group of people, but she's also a character. So I think that that's definitely one controversial thing. But when it comes to like an actual artist, like, Travis Scott, when he did his like Fortnite set a couple years ago, that's a real person. And if he wants to, turn himself into like this digital creation, like that's okay. But when you're talking about someone who's totally fictional, I think there just needs to be a little more conversation about that, as in what is and is not offensive.
So how do you feel about Effin Mika and the whole pretense that, they were created as a black person, quote unquote, that experiences black things, but isn't necessarily created by a black person that does and understands the plights of black people?
I don't think that specifically bothers me. I don't think I really care about that it's not like a black person who created it or whatever. And I don't necessarily believe in like black things. I think there are things that like normal people do, and just black people happen to do them more often than others. But I will say though, and after listening to your interview, I was really taken aback by it, because you guys actually touched on the fact that there's a lot of this stuff going on. There's so many like artificial intelligent influencers and stuff like that that are out there. And we talked about it before, where I'm like, this is actually really scary, because I feel like they throw this stuff out in the entertainment space and then it goes into other spaces. Like could you imagine like artificially intelligent like political leaders and stuff like that?
Right.
These people
Exactly. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but it's like this person is making a decision, and what if we even vote for them? What if it's like a Barack Obama type character, right? And we're into it and we vote for them, but in reality, Donald Trump is running the program there. Like, I don't like this. It makes me feel very uncomfortable, and I want to be done with
it. Ty, have you had any experience with any of these virtual people?
No, I'm learning about a lot of this for the first time. Actually, honestly, I don't know what word I was using there.
So there's a character named Little Michaela that I really want to show you because it's so weird. Like isn't it, Dex?
Are you about to pull it up now?
I'm about to pull. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, why not?
It's really it's strange. So I'll share this with everybody. So and it seems like we're late to this, right? Because I keep trying to say this person. This character has 3 million followers on Instagram, and she has 10 million followers on TikTok. It is the strangest like little thing. Here we go. Little Michaela right here. This is her Instagram page. Like let's look at it. Like it's literally an avatar, but it's like posting with real people.
I'm
sorry, can you not see? I'm my bad. I'm sorry.
I can only see myself.
There we go. There she goes. So she's like posting like in front of like actual places, like PacSun, and like thanks for stopping by. Like, so brands are embracing this stuff. She's posting with actual people. This is a real person that they photoshopped into this picture. So they're really trying to mesh these two worlds, and it's strange. This is the creator. This is the guy who creates Little Michaela and everything, like, and all the other virtual people that he has.
Go back to what you just put that on there. This is why I love. No, this isn't the one, but the one that we were just looking at. This is why the internet is always undefeated, because like while we think this is something that's crazy, like this is going to take over the world, there's a user on there that says, for a robot, you're really a dick hopper. We don't stop trolling. Like, it does not stop. But this is very creepy, though, and very scary, too, because and this girl, they're using her as an influencer. So they're using her to influence people to buy stuff. And if you can influence people to buy stuff, just imagine what else you can influence people to do.
So it's wild. So just want to let you guys know the future
really
is here.
weird that people are into that.
Wait, sorry, can you put that up one more time?
Which one?
Her. What's in her bio?
Black Lives Matter.
Wow.
Wow, man. Wow.
19-year-old robot living in. Yeah.
Wow. Dexter, you don't like that? You don't like that?
It's pandering. Like, they know what they're doing.
Pandered there to get that group of people to. It's actually weird to me that people find that fascinating enough to where that there's so many followers, and that's that. Like, I would never. Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, back to the countdown. So that was number 4.
It does help you though, when you're like, this is all fake. It kind of like takes that to the next level. It's like, no,
it looks
like,
so real. Like, she could definitely be real. Like, she could pass off as a real person if someone wasn't like.
Maybe that's the message that the creator was trying to send you. Like, this is all fake. This is as easy as me creating something.
I think you're giving the messenger too much credit for trying
way
to.
Too much.
I mean, they're just probably trying to make money. Like, that's really it. All right, moving on. Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are accused of child abuse now. Have you guys heard of this story recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nasty. So I had, full disclosure, I had Aries Spears on my show back in March or April or something like that. And, I didn't know anything about this. We were talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock and that whole debacle and stuff like that. So, I'm not going to, I can't say that I saw this coming. I'm not going to say that, I know anything more than that about Aries Spears. It was just an interview. So if people wanted to say something about that, I just wanted to put that out there, that I am aware that I had an interview with Aries Spears back in, and I'm not taking it down. It was a good interview. So it is what it is.
Okay, now don't double down on it like that, though. Just say you didn't know and move forward.
I mean, I didn't know this stuff was happening. I mean, if you guys don't like the interview, I'll take it down. But I mean,
I know, but you can't be like,
it's necessary for us to even go down this wrote, like, why would you take down
because
your
someone's bound to say in the comments, didn't you have an interview with Aries Spears? Now you talking about him. Like, I ain't doing all that.
Okay, like, I mean, am I supposed to be able to predict the future? Like, I don't know what any of these celebrities are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Until I do. Like,
so Tiffany Haddish, I'll tell you her comment before. I'll show you the video of actually what she's alleging that she had.
Wait,
what
video?
It's not that bad.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't want to see that.
It's not. I'll show you the video that's alleged to be disturbing, but it's not. It's not actually. Like, you won't see the disturbing parts. Put it that way.
Wait, but it's the video with Aries Spears with the newspapers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think we should show that.
I mean, it's out there. I mean, it's on his website. It's on ariesspears.com. What are you supposed to do? So she said, I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right here with you. Unfortunately, because there's an ongoing legal case, there's very little I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all. And I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about the situation as soon as I can. So she's not trying to get rid of her B-list card, but Aries Spears has clearly lost his. Here is the sketch that is in question.
I'll be right back. Look, do whatever Uncle Pete asks you to do, okay? Be good. All right, thank you so much. If you need anything, just call me, okay? See you. All right now.
So yeah, they bleeped out the actual singing of the R. Kelly song. I don't see nothing wrong. He's saying, "My mind's telling me no, but my body." Like, that's what it's actually playing in the background while he's looking through those holes in the newspaper. Very, very stupid. Like, very inappropriate. Very nasty. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. What was supposed to be funny about that?
Part that's more concerning to me was less about the song and stuff like that, but more about, and I'm glad like there was like a cover of it, but that little boy was in his underwear. Absolutely. And that was the part for me that was a bit much. And not just in underwear, but like you saw like prints and imprints and stuff like that. Like, it just was just garbage. I didn't like it. I thought it was really inappropriate. I will say though, I think that letting us know, like, look, this was inappropriate. We get it now. We'll sue them to 2013, 2014. It's not okay that we did it. We know that it was wrong. I'm okay with that. My issue with this whole situation is that it seems that it's being implied that something else happened outside of what we're seeing on that video, and that's the part that has me confused. The video.
I mean, I don't think anyone's saying that. They're just saying that they were put in really precarious positions as children.
They're saying more about the situation, as if her being able to say more is going to clear her name for being a part of this like trash.
I just. To me though, the video was garbage. It was trash or whatever, but I don't see a legal case here. Like, I don't get.
I don't think it matters if it's a legal case. At this point, it's like, yeah, at this point, it's like, you know, a social issue. Like, dude, are we going to have Aries Spears still relevant? Issue. I mean, he's not relevant. So I can't say that. I can't say that Aries Spears is relevant, but we can't have Aries Spears acting in this space as if he's still allowed to be here.
I think that if something else outside of what was on that video took place, then it's problematic.
There needs to be anything outside of that video.
What the video showed, I think that's an apology and acknowledgement of wrongdoing, and you move forward from it. I think there's crazier things that have happened and that are happening in the world that's crazier than what's on that video, in my opinion. I don't think the video was crazy, it was disgusting, it was bad, but it wasn't one of those things where it's just like, oh, we got to cancel them. Like, it's not that, like.
But to Rashonda's question, like, why would anyone even want to do this for laughs?
It's not funny, but like the woman today, I read something that the mother of these children is trying to get them arrested. This is nothing to be arrested about. That's why I assume there was more to it. Like, something else must have happened, but if nothing else happened.
Well, the kids are saying that other stuff has happened. They're saying,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the part that I'm like confused about. Like, what else happened?
I'm trying to figure out where the comedy would come in. It's like you're an adult and you know that this stuff happens to kids, and you like, in what way, like how can we in any part of ourselves find comedy in this in any way? And how can you look at something like that and come up with a skit like that and say, oh yeah, this might be funny?
I think what was supposed to be funny is him looking through the newspaper with those stupid googly eyes.
At a child.
At a child.
But that was clearly, he was trying to be funny there. Like, what else would you, like, why else would you do that unless you're trying to be funny?
What part of you, what broken part of you thought that would provide comedy for any
part? And that's the part that needs to be addressed. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think anything else needs to happen for that to be enough reason for Aries Spears not to be in our lives anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that scene was enough to say, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like you're done. Like, what are we doing?
And is Tiffany excused? Or
she was there. She saw it happening.
Yeah, like, and make sure you do anything your uncle.
We have to hear more from. Maybe she was only on set for that one scene.
For that one second.
She said, I don't know. The line that she says though is like, you get what I'm saying? What's next? And so don't try to like distance yourself. You were a part of this. You're done too.
The only person who wasn't on stage.
While the sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all, and I deeply regret. Maybe she was trying to just get on it. You know, it was one of those things. I don't know.
No, it's not that one of those things. No,
I think it was though. I do think that.
Well, sorry.
I also think the mom should have been on set too. There's no way my 14-year-old child and 7-year-old child are filming anything without me being present.
All right. Sorry, this show is going way too long. We have. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's already 8 o'clock, and we haven't even gotten through the news. Irv Gotti pissed Dex off. He pissed Dex off with a lot of these things that he was saying about Ashanti. Here are his comments that he made originally, I believe, on the Drink Champs podcast. Are you guys familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I always say that, don't I? Are you guys familiar with that? Like, I
know these things.
I'm sure you do. Like, you follow Ashanti, so of course you know. He said, a number of things about Ashanti on the drink. I cannot say the word.
Drink Champs podcast. Like she had sex with him, and he created the song.
Let's just listen to what he said. Hold on.
My bad.
Here you go.
Let me explain how the relationship and how it worked to
you're dating at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're together.
Matching watches. I imagine you both have watch too.
I bought her mad.
Okay.
Birkins,
all that. All right.
I bought. She gained.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I don't know about none of this either. I just know.
Okay. She gained.
So
you Switzerland. Stay out of it.
I'm Switzerland. There you go.
We just finished sleeping together, or whatever.
Okay.
Or whatever.
I'm taking a shower. I'm in the shower. You know, be creative after.
Yes.
Looks like Jason is on mute and trying to talk.
Sorry, I didn't know that was going to right there. I thought that was going to keep going, but basically he said that he came up with the theme to "I'm So Happy" right after they had sex. Dex, how do you feel about one of your favorite songs in the world?
I bet he did. I bet he did.
You can see it.
I think, I don't like it when people like talk about like their sex lives with people who are not connected with them. I think it's disturbing to sit up and have that conversation 20 years after it happened, even if you are doing it to promote a documentary. I don't like it. I don't think it's cool, regardless if it's Ashanti or whoever, whatever. I just think that dragging up old stories like that does what for who. And then I did watch the murdering documentary, and I thought it was really well done. I just think that this Ashanti stuff he did completely overshadows all the greatness that he's done in his life. I think a lot of people right now know Irv Gotti, not as the guy who made this super group of Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX. Like they don't know Irv Gotti as that person. They know him as the guy who was whining about having sex with Ashanti and being upset about it while he was married 20 years later. And that's not a good way for him to go out.
Because really, Jay-Z doesn't recognize him as that either. I mean, he was only on there for like what, 2 months. These are some other stories that Irv Gotti has gotten out about Ashanti. He says Ashanti ran like a cockroach when he was arrested.
Right behind her too. Them feds come knocking on the door. I'm scurrying away, big dog.
He said that Fat Joe's no longer his friend after Fat Joe criticized his statements on Ashanti. So that's where Irv Gotti stands.
About this ice.
They love your comments. They love it.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, he's just painting himself as like this weird loser. I don't know why he's doing that.
I mean, the Shade Room asked him about it on the red carpet of, I think this was the VMAs, and this is what he had to say. Oh, the BET Awards, something?
I think
BET
so.
Honors, something? I don't know. I think it was.
Everyone's like, why he keep talking about Ashanti? So let the people know why you keep talking about Ashanti.
Because that's why. You asking me.
That's a fair.
Did I bring Ashanti up? Or did you just ask me, why you keep talking about Ashanti? You did it.
I did it right now, but in the song.
So here's what I'm going to say. I wish Ashanti nothing but the best. I have nothing, this thing, I'm not hooked on Ashanti. I can't get over her. That's none of that.
You're just telling your story.
I got paid to do a documentary on my life and on Murder Inc. If I didn't talk about Ashanti, you'd have been like, what type of bullshit is this that he didn't speak about? She's too important to Murder Inc. and his life. They tried to Me Too me.
They didn't try to Me Too you.
I read the comments.
What the comments say?
You know what the they said. Stop it, Shade Room.
So, I mean, I think Irv does have a point saying that he was paid to talk about this in the documentary. Is that not why this was all brought up?
He was paid to talk about his career in Murder Inc. Who you have sex with has nothing to do with your career. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, he's saying that, like, I can't talk about the music that she made and the career and the longevity and what she did for the label unless I say I had sex with her. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
We go our whole lives not knowing the context in which Happy was written. It was a nice little tune. It remains a nice little tune.
Little tune.
Like there's
a mid-level selection in her discography.
There's absolutely no reason why we need to know. I mean, do we know the context in which any of our favorite songs were written? No. Most of the time we don't know, and most of the time we don't care.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. All right, and moving on. The number one story since we've been gone. We finally got here, guys. Number one story since we've been gone.
Is it Justice for Love?
Nope.
When's the last time you watched 106 in Park?
Last time it was hot.
What's the weather? What's the weather today, y'all?
When Little Bow Wow was on there.
You got a problem with Little Bow Wow?
I ain't got a problem with Little Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy.
He's back, man. He's back.
I'm a little bit sad. I was like a little bit like I hate when I see people lose their battle with addiction.
Yeah.
How do you know that's a losing battle of addiction, Ty?
He's losing his battle with addiction.
How do you know that?
Because you can see he was doing so much better. He was like looking up. It was like looking at his face was fattening up a little bit, and like it's all getting sunken back in, and he's talking really weird and saying things like he's sleeping with Bow Wow and somebody else, Puff Daddy, and it's just like, I mean, he's losing his battle, and it's sad because, like, you know, stuff
how
like
do you?
that.
But you don't know that, Ty. You can't just put that on.
Oh, I know it. I know drugs when I see them.
Well, for me, you can just copy and paste everything I said about Ashanti and Ja Rule. Just paste it right here. We don't need to know who you had sex with. We don't need to know this information.
Big Bow Wow had this to say: since when legends got to speak?
Bow Wow speak on this.
Speak on effery. I'm filming my new TV show as we speak and preparing for a sold-out show at the O2 Arena for the Millennium Tour in London. Lies. I'm a 35-year-old father. Don't play them type games. You know what this is. You know this is Bow you talking to, right? I'm a boy, Damon. And so he's he's letting us know that he also said that Orlando Brown. He said he's tweaked out, but dude really needs help. You know what I'm saying? That's why we ain't tripping. Nobody taking him serious. It's sad because he had the potential to be great, but I'm sad. Them drugs, Ty. So he's kind of on your side with that whole thing. But Orlando Brown was not about to sit down and just let that stand.
Yo, Shy. Yo, I just want to tell you, bro, like thanks for recognizing me as a legend, bro. You're a legend yourself. And I mean, I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I love you, man. I love all your work, man. You already know what's going on, man. The squad, but you're gonna have to really, really address the fact that you got bomb pussy. Bow. You got to tell people the truth, Bow Wow. Tell people the truth, bro. If you got bomb pussy, you got to embrace that pussy. Wow. You got to do things to let people know that your pussy is empowerment. Bow Wow. I love you, Shot. But I want you to know that my response to you being, doing your show and stuff, congratulations, and your little, your concert you got going on. I want to let you know, man, when you get on stage.
Okay, so that's enough of that.
I want to hear it.
In Bow Wow's statement, he said that this man is on drugs. He said that he's getting ready to go to do a show and all this stuff, but he did not deny that he got some bomb.
Did not deny.
His denial was, I'm a boy, Damon. That was
whatever that means.
You know what that means. That's a classic line from Friday. After that.
I mean, it was the number one story, was it not? I feel like that was like our number one story. We should have known.
Something.
It was something. Yeah, it was something.
I feel like if you were going to release a statement, which I would not have, but if you're going to, I think Bow Wow's statement was as close to appropriate as it gets. But like you knew he was going to respond. Like that's what I'm saying. You let him drag you into this thing. Like
I didn't think that when Orlando Brown started, I didn't see that second one Jason just played until just now. I did not see that coming.
I never saw that before.
I didn't think he was going to say that.
No, I mean when the drugs take you under,
they make you remember
things.
Or when you remember.
No, you didn't remember that.
You
recall.
You were
looking at me on stage. You may have been looking at me on stage and assumed that I had, but you didn't taste none of it.
I got a question. I got a question.
All right, Dex, we have you. You're going to be doing Q&A now that the bill's gone?
I can try, but the dragon fruit.
That dragon fruit.
It's a Q&A. We have four. We do two questions. So we have four different topics. We got to pick which one. So it's work for less, tender-headed fool, bad cop, or ducks.
I don't know what. We need a banger for our comeback, but
ducks.
What
do you think, Ty? Ducks? Jason, you're on mute.
I want to hear.
We'll discuss it with me when you said it.
It's like at this point, we've been doing Zoom meetings and stuff for a year. You should know that you don't hear your voice when you're talking out loud.
Ducks. Here we go. Ducks in a row.
For backstory, I'm white.
Okay.
Ooh. Next. No.
Do not discriminate.
For backstory, I'm white. A couple years ago.
EDD approved.
What's that?
Employment discrimination.
For backstory, I'm white. A couple years ago, we relocated and started hanging out with some of our neighbors. We embraced one couple in particular and spent a good deal of time with them. It was after we developed this friendship, the issues arose. Linda is a bigot. She talks down about Black people, Mexicans, Asians, niggers, you name it. She wasn't like this initially, but her derogatory references have been increasing lately. I guess she has gotten more comfortable around us. We are of opposite political persuasion, but never discuss politics or religion, and I certainly do not want to open that can of worms. I find my side of our friendship fraying as I become more and more bothered by the references to migrants, immigrants, and people of color. But I usually don't respond. The look on my face when she drove up my driveway one day to warn me that a carload of niggas are coming around the bend gave me away. However,
I think it would.
Because we became friends before she exhibited this type of behavior, I don't want to terminate our relationship. Let me read that again. Because we became friends before she exhibited this kind of behavior, I do not want to terminate our relationship. For now, I act like a duck and a dumbass and try to let her comments roll like water off my back. But I know, but I don't know if I can keep it up. Any suggestions? You have to go to hell. Like, you really have to get like a duck and drown yourself. You are something else with yourself. Like you are just as bad as she is. Next, don't write it anymore and don't watch this no more.
Tell him not to watch it.
You wrong, your friend wrong. Don't come around here no more.
Maybe you will learn and exhibit better behavior and stick up for your friends.
I honestly,
you were Dex.
I don't have words for that type of behavior. It really is. I'm not disgusted with your friend. I'm actually more disgusted with you. Like for you to sit there and act like, her comments are so, I can't believe she's talking about blacks and niggers and Mexicans. And then just like, but I don't say anything. I just act like a duck. Like you're what's wrong. You are what's wrong. She's not what's wrong because we can easily get rid of people like her. You're the problem. Next.
Yes. Eric says she's a low-key racist too.
Ain't nothing low-key about it. Ain't nothing low-key about it.
Low-key or maybe high-key.
Because guess what? When homegirl came around, it's like the niggers are coming. She ran in the house. I guarantee you she ran in the house.
I bet she ran in the house.
Please.
I would. I mean, you. If you're friends with somebody, you call them out on their stuff. You don't just like, oh, I just let it roll off. Like you can't come around me talking like
I let it roll off like a duck. What? Like, who says that?
Jason knew how to piss us off. Come on, some duck. Roll on like a duck.
When I read the word duck, I got really upset.
That's the name of the question, duck.
Make like a duck and drown.
Then she said, I don't want to terminate the friendship because we were friends before I found out she was racist. Okay, but now you found that's like you if you would have found out that she was like anti whatever, something that you believe in, you would have been like, you know what, I got it, I can't do this. But you're not because you don't care.
Like this is not like someone having like she's likening this to someone having different political views than you. Like you're literally yelling and screaming at there's a pack of niggers coming to like, you're just like, oh, I can't believe she said, like, what are you like? Seriously, make like a duck, stick your head underwater, and just like, don't come back.
Don't come out.
All right, Dex, wrap it up because we gotta go.
/ questions if you have any questions, Jason.
Oh, that was very nasty, Dex. I'm not gonna. You gotta
how to do it.
You gotta do that again. Start over.
If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to get some off your chest, let us know how you feel. Visit Bro Talk Live /question.
BroTalkLive.com.
Oh my God, BroTalkLive.com /question.
I mean, you gotta start.
Where is Will? Come on, where is he at? Jason.
I'm not gonna do it. You gotta do it correctly, Dex.
Jason, are you the one who said we gotta go, boy?
If you were someone you know had some questions that you got to get off your chest, please send it to us so we can dissect it. Visit BroTalkLive.com /questions. Jason?
I think that was a good job, Dex. Congratulations.
Well, how can I will say, Jason, you be ready to play the button when I said you want to lollygag around?
You messed up 3 times, Dex. I'm not gonna give you that job.
Dragon fruit.
Here we go. All right, new segments called "Added to Bookmarks." Hashtag A2B. Very beautiful. Dex, you missed it because you was looking down at your phone, but
I saw it, but I'm just trying to figure. I was confused as my team was asking me, like, how come he changed his stuff up and you didn't change yours up? Because okay, but you go ahead.
they want you to come back. They said, "Bill, come back, please."
Please, because you know me.
They said it's your little passion fruit drink, your little dragon fruit. She called it passion fruit. She threw some sass on that thing. Passion fruit guava, whatever it is. Shout out to Dex. All right, so added to bookmarks, of course, is the replacement to Jason and Company. If you guys didn't see my brilliant, addition to the roster, here we go. I'm very proud of it. All right, here we go.
Wait, that man at the end was so sad.
He was serving, wasn't he? All right, here's things that I've added to my bookmarks on Twitter. You guys say that my bookmarks are the worst place to ever be in any place in the internet. Any place.
That's a fact.
Absolutely the worst.
Jason, you're always so proud of yourself, which is an amazing trait.
It's brilliant. All right, worst slide down. Here we go. People are sliding on slides since we've been gone. I want you to tell me which one was the worst slide. You just heard the thud. Here we go.
Old school. They still have those things.
Number 2.
Try to sit up straight. There. Okay. No.
Let me tell you.
We ain't see what happened to that first girl. We saw what happened to that little boy.
But that little boy, I can guarantee you, he got them silver caps on his mouth, on his teeth. Because when he bumped his head around, got up like it was no problem at all. Them kids are ruthless. That first girl,
he was hurt.
He was hurt. I wonder what happened to her.
You hear that thing rung her bell. You already know.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Poor kids. I hope they're okay. I hope everyone is okay. Yes, that Detroit side is heinous. It is absolutely like debauchery. I'll try to get that for you before the end of the show. But yeah, that's unfair. That thing was outlawed, and they're going to get that out of there. All right, so that was worst slide. Did you guys pick one?
Oh, definitely the first one.
Number 1 was worse.
Okay, here we go. More embarrassing. You guys let me know which person embarrassed themselves more. Number 1, we have what's his name? Jesus, this is embarrassing. Gee, oh my gosh, what's his name? I think his name's Lil something. Lil Pump. Here we go. Lil Pump. So no one recognized Lil Pump in the streets of Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nobody would recognize him anyway. Nobody would recognize him. He walked past you wouldn't notice.
Gucci gang. You're not a fan of Lil Pump, Ty?
I swear to God, if Lil Pump walked past me, I would not know who that was.
If Lil Pump walked past me, I'd be like, y'all, it's a pack of niggas coming.
All right, was that more embarrassing than this teacher who decided to try to flex on his students?
To get above water, type here, road. Hey. You
Those were some nice kids. They really came out.
If that was here, that can be in America. Because if that was in America, these kids would have been laughing and like,
I know.
Pick up the desk.
Their kids would have been hollering on the floor.
Those were some nice kids. Because there's no way he was like. You know what's funny about that though is like he did the first time they didn't really give him a reaction, so he tried to do it again and like they still didn't give him a reaction. They were like, "Are you okay?"
He said, no, I'm not.
That wasn't as embarrassing. Those kids were really nice.
They were
That's
nice.
a nasty bruise that he got, though. I can only imagine.
Can you imagine?
A nasty bruise.
That bad.
Who was more embarrassing, Lil Pump or the teacher?
Lil Bump. Lil Bump is way more embarrassing.
He was sitting there like ready, like look how he folded his arm. Look how he folded his little arm.
Then one man walked in and said, "What move?"
You're in the way. You're in the way, man. All right. Last but not least, better payback. Better payback. You let me know who had the better payback. Of course, duh. That's the name of the segment. All right. First up, we had this person.
Missed.
Sorry, hold on. Let me give you a little backstory because I was going to do that 1 second. So what's happening is this person is throwing rocks from across the street at random cars.
Missed. Tossed a rock and he fucking missed. Goofy ass. Oh, these motherfuckers gonna cause an accident right here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Holy fuck, he fucking hit his ass hard. Just ran his ass the fuck over.
Boy, that boy went from throwing rocks to getting tossed like one. Damn.
But did he just get right back up?
Well, when you're a crackhead, that's how it works.
Crackhead, it is different, man. It is different. It's different.
Imagine how you must feel like you go hit somebody with your car, like you really think it was epic. They just jump back up. I'm like, all right, well, it's time for me to go.
Yeah, you still got hit.
I mean, but it's not as epic when they can jump right back up. Like, which ass car is that?
You had the car?
A Nissan Sentra.
Little punk ass car.
2020. That's the new Sentra.
Like you almost got in an accident to do that, and he jumped right back up like nothing happened. Like, no, you're gonna die if I hit you.
But I would like it though. If you did that to me and I hit you and you don't die, that's a win-win for me. I
That's
hit
fine,
you,
right?
I hit you, and I'm not gonna get in trouble.
That's right. You know, you can't say I assaulted you. You threw a rock at me. Like, what you mean?
So
You know,
like,
fair is fair. No harm, no foul, right, Dex?
No harm. Well, you'll be harmed tomorrow when he can't walk, but it's okay for now.
It's gonna look like linguine. All right, last but not least, we have better payback. This is the Karen edition. So you missed it. She spit on the guy. The guy kicked her in the thigh.
That's pretty good.
No.
Just getting spit on.
Yeah, she spit on you, and that's all you did.
I was about to say that was a pretty light reaction for getting spit on. So he has a lot of control.
Because I would have sprayed that sun kiss on her, poured the sun kiss on her, the water and everything, and then spit on her back.
Oh my goodness, Dex. Why do you have like? How do you
That's
know
nasty.
exactly what
Why would you spit on me? That's so trifling.
Why are you so mad about?
Because like, why are you spitting on people? Like you,
Spitting is one of the worst things you can do.
Like you don't spit on nobody.
That's nasty. It's nasty. Did she spit? Oh, she got off light for spitting on somebody. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She got off light, man. She went home, no bruises, nothing.
So you would have hit her with the car?
Oh, definitely gonna hit you with the car. I'm definitely hitting you with the car.
I really do commend his control. I'm not gonna say what I would do.
Okay. I mean, kicking in the thigh, making her fall down in the doorway of the 7-Eleven.
You like the little back kick and then like push the door in her head. Like that wasn't nothing.
Yeah, but it's kind of embarrassing when you're in a 7-Eleven and ain't nobody in there but you and the cashier.
So what's the comparison is me dragging you out there and beating the hell out you? Because I don't know.
And what's really embarrassing, me having to wipe your spit off of me.
Nasty. All right.
That
was
like
it is what it is. That was oh my gosh, I forgot what the name segment was named.
Bookmark.
Let's see what it is. There we go. Add to bookmarks. That's what the name of the segment is. That was added to bookmarks.
That video again.
I didn't know. I really forgot what I renamed it to. That was added to bookmarks. Now it's time for Dex's BS report.
All right, guys. Dex's BS report. I tell 3 stories. 2 of these stories are true. 1 of these stories is a lie. Jason, I also sent you a picture that I need you to put up for my
You just sent it? Or
No,
you sent it?
for the seat, just so you can prepare for
When
the
did you
seat.
send it? Oh, just now.
now.
Oh, nasty. Oh, okay. Well, you gotta give me a little this is pre-production meeting. Come on.
I'm sorry. All right, so guys, school is back in session, but in Mississippi, school districts are asking parents to let teachers move in with them because rent across the country is soaring. There's a man who is facing felony charges after he killed his neighbor's pet rooster with a stick. And then finally, there is a school that assigned something called "How Will You Punish Your Slave" assignment. Well, Black parents were upset about it. They complained about it. They actually made a legal case about it. But then it was determined like there was no wrongdoing here. All right, guys, what's true? What's a lie?
Did you want me to put
No,
this up?
that's the seat. I mean, so what's true? What's a lie?
You told me. Why did you tell me this segment then, Dex?
Because I just want you to have it prepared when I go to my seats. I didn't know how long it would take you.
Sorry. You gotta tell me them stories again.
All right. So one story is a man killed his neighbor's rooster with a stick. In Mississippi, they're asking parents to allow teachers to move in with them because rent is too high.
Hold up. Can you put a period in between these sentences? It seems like they're run on. What's happening?
And then
you ain't put no damn commas in them sentences. Todd, did he put a comma?
You said we got to go fast, so I'm trying to speed it through so we can And then the final one is a judge said that
you got to start over because you was reading too fast in first two.
Oh my god!
A man killed his neighbor's pet rooster with a stick, and he is facing felony charges for doing so.
Okay.
In Mississippi, they are asking parents to allow teachers to move in with them because rent is soaring across the country. And finally, there was an assignment called "How Will You Punish Your Slave?" How will you punish your slave? It's not funny. How will you punish your slave? Parents were upset about it, but a judge determined that it does not violate any civil rights. What's a lie?
Number 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards number 1 as well. If it's in Hawaii, that probably is a felony because in Hawaii they protect their roosters. It's a little known thing about Hawaii. They really go up for roosters. In the rest of them 49 states, I'm not sure if that's the case. So unless this happened in Hawaii, that is the lie. So I'm gonna say it did not happen in Hawaii because it's a 150 chance. I'm doing the math. We're going to go with number 1 being the lie.
Why you ain't go with that one? All right, you're right. Number one is a lie. It is not happening in Mississippi, but in San Francisco, they are asking parents and families to house teachers because rent is.
Thank you, Ashley. That's what I was saying. That's why I ain't pick no damn Mississippi. They don't got no high rent to have no teachers. Mississippi probably got the lowest rent in the damn country. It's probably $850 a month. Like, what are we talking about? People can't afford $850 a month? For real?
I don't know how much they're. I don't know. And that has been Dex's BS report.
I didn't pay attention to where it happened
for the week.
So that Mississippi story is true.
No. It's false. It's true that is happening in San Francisco, not in Mississippi. But it is true that school districts are asking parents to house teachers, but just in San Francisco.
Can you imagine being housed by your no?
Look, if I'm housing,
they need more info on Punish a Slave. What's the details on that one?
That's a true story. It's a federal judge has ruled against 2 Black parents who sued their children's school district over an assignment asking students how they would punish a disrespectful slave. In the lawsuit, they say their names, accused Sun Prairie School District in Wisconsin of violating their civil rights of violating their civil rights by giving their children this specific assignment during Black History Month.
Oh, that was really nasty. Why would they do that?
That was nasty. I was surprised by the outcome.
Wisconsin.
Is Wisconsin like that?
I mean, obviously, right?
Golly, during Black History Month, dude, that's spitting in the face. That's disgusting.
Sounds more like a Florida thing, but you know, Wisconsin.
If it was Florida, you know for a fact
it wouldn't even made the news if it was Florida. It would have been like right on par. All right, that was Dex's BS report. Did you do your little outro, Dex?
That has been Dex's BS report for the week.
There we go. So before Ty goes, we were going to rebrand this with a couple of people. Dex, are you on eyebrows? What's happening? What are you doing?
I was scratching my head.
Got your little touch up.
Is that an eyebrow pencil?
My eyebrows are good, player.
They all right. I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it!
You're a nasty man. You said we were going to rebrand this with a bunch of different people.
I forgot what I was going to say. Forget it. Go ahead, Ty.
Real quick, Dex's BS report no longer gets one of those little musicals in the front.
We're gonna work on that. We're working on some stuff.
He was talking about rebranding, and he told me not to do nothing because he was going to rebrand. And when I asked him today, he said he ain't rebranding.
Look, Jason, you know how you don't do something for a long period of time, and then somebody be like, "Hey, where is this assignment?" And you be like, "You be like Lil Pump in Japan." Like, I don't know. But Ty, you introduce yourself, guys. I have
guys. Thank you for sticking around with us this long. We're super excited to be back. We're going to wrap up with this last segment called Seats. Does anybody have a seat for this week?
I do. So, you put it in.
Yeah, go ahead now.
Oh, I was just waiting for Jason to put the camera on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so guys, this, it's the fall season that's coming up. So this past weekend, I went shopping to get like fall decor to, decorate the house and stuff like that. One of the things I really, really like to get is like a new wreath, like for the different seasons or whatever. I was at the store. Should I say this name of the store? Yes. I was at this store called At Home, and I saw this one wreath that I like, and I reached and grabbed it, and then I pulled it out. And guys, I know live, the wreath that was behind it, Jason's going to show you the picture in just a second. Y'all, I swear to God, the ancestors pulled me away. Like, I was so offended when I saw that damn wreath.
You can't see cotton in the stores, Dex?
For the podcast listeners, it's a wreath made of cotton. Yeah, I feel like somebody spit in my face. I was like, I can't buy anything out of this store. I really was so upset. That really bothered me. And I was like, is it me? Is it me? Am I crazy here? So At Home, you guys cannot be selling wreaths made of cotton. Like, that is.
Why is everybody mad? I don't understand. Well, like, I understand that Black people picked cotton as.
Okay, so like, why do you have that cotton on a wreath like that? Who the hell is putting that on their door?
But Jason, the way it looks like it's on ready for picking.
Yes,
I mean it's cotton. I mean that's how it naturally grows. What do you like? You can't get cotton.
It's a weird. I don't know. It's just like a weird thing to do.
How does cotton represent the fall? I don't get that.
I mean, it's because it keeps you warm. Dex, sweaters are made of cotton.
They put a sweater up there. That is not okay. I want that taken off the mark. And now that I put this on the show, I'm adding them and I'm taking this picture to Twitter. Like, I'm getting that.
It does not have a sign on it that says "Blacks pick me." Like, it does not say that.
Listen,
like,
you know what's wild about that? You know what's crazy about that? I picked up the thing right behind it. If I would have grabbed it, I would have picked it. Me in 2022 picking cotton. That's not okay. I'm getting that taken off the shelves. Watch.
Look, I feel like the war on cotton is fully here by Black people, and I don't feel like it's fair. I don't feel like it's necessarily fair. Cotton has existed.
Jason,
yes, white people wanted us to pick it, but that doesn't mean that
they haven't changed. I see.
That just because 200 years has passed, that we can't see cotton in its natural form anymore. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. What do you want us to do?
No, my seat goes to Jason. You're reaching.
Yeah, because you can't have cotton hanging up on
you. You don't buy cotton balls?
No, it's not. It's a different. Like that.
Why is it different?
That looks completely all right. That Jason, you haven't seen. We'll be here all night.
That looks like my ancestors picked it and probably made that. That's vintage. And
That's
vintage.
And
tell me this, Jason. If you go and it's about to be Halloween time. Say you take your kids out for Halloween, you go to your neighbor's door and they're not black and they have that on their door. You gonna be okay with that?
Yes.
You might pick it.
Are you going to be like if you go to a white person's house? If you go to a white person's house in the summer and they have watermelon, would you be offended?
That's different. Watermelon is like whatever. Cotton. If I go to somebody's house and they have cotton as a wreath, I'm gonna light it on fire. I promise you that.
Ties that 33%, 33.9% of my heritage that's speaking.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be one of those unfortunate black people that goes into the woods and don't make it out. And they're like, I don't know what happened to Jason.
That 33.9, I thought it was Irish. It changed on 23andMe. It changed to Greater London. I said, oh hell no.
Greater London. Fool.
I see it too. Jumping on it too.
I bet y'all do. Nasty.
Looks like Sherlock Holmes.
Stop it. Ty, go ahead with your little seat.
I don't have a seat. You get a seat.
My seat's gonna go to everybody that thinks I'm not busy enough. Like, y'all keep trying to throw stuff on me, and like I do not have the time. Like, I have a radio show, I have a podcast, I have Bro Talk, I have 2 kids, I have a wife. I don't have time for anything. Don't ask me to do anything. So that's my seat. Anybody ask me to do anything at any point in my life, don't do it because it's done. It's over. I'm retired.
I need a favor.
I do need a couple favors. You are supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be teaching me something.
I know, but you didn't show up for the first session.
And I told you to drive down to San Francisco to meet me this weekend.
I'm teaching Dex how to get his wife pregnant.
What, Jason?
What? That is not
appropriate.
If there's one thing I know how to do is to have some babies. All right, let me tell you. All right. Anything else? Any other seats?
No, you're done.
You need to be seated. Like, don't even get out the seat. Like, you have to be seated. Jerk.
If Dex decides to be Jazz, I'm gonna have to help him.
I don't need no help.
You need help. You don't need help.
Give you some tips, Dex. Give you some tips. All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we go?
I think we talked enough.
Well, any other like events that you have going on, Dex? Ty? Anything else?
Yeah, I have events going on. I'm like suffering through another year. No, I'm stop. Oh yeah, just a message to William. I will be returning to his church to figure out what's happening with it.
Congratulations. Ty's going over to take over the church. Congratulations, Ty. We'll look forward to
I'll be preaching at William's church.
Whoa!
You really gonna be preaching?
I know. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. That's what I was say. Wow.
I'm gonna go back though. I'll bust a tune or two.
Ty's going to church. Congratulations. That's breaking news. Dex, did you have anything to say about Me to Say What or Pay the Millennials or industry friends?
What's that little Patty show? I haven't seen that.
All my podcast guys, I'm up. Congratulations to Mina. She actually just had her baby. Congratulations to Patty Jackson. She just celebrated 40 years in radio. These are Philadelphia stories and people. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, I feel like this is going to be an amazing season for us. It's going to be a winning season, and we are going to keep the ball rolling.
Amen. All right. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill, who's not here. This has been an edition of Bro Talk Live. My name is Jason, the Baby Maker. We will see you guys next week. We out.